This is a little video series I wanted to make for you to be able to work on some of your mobility issues and posture stuff that I think has been straining and contributing to some of your headaches. So this little series I recommend doing in this particular order, and I'll kind of give you instructions step by step of what you want to do for each one. So first, we're going to do tongue mobilization, right? So paper towel or napkin, okay? Something where you can grab the tip of your tongue. You're going to try to keep it as passive as you can, gently elongate or pull out of the mouth, working up, down, side, side, kind of working around like a clock, different directions, some circles, and then maybe some figure eights. So you want to spend a couple minutes here, okay? All right, you get the idea on that one. Number two, right, working on what's called the subclavius muscle, aka muscle underneath your clavicle. I recommend putting your own hands or fingers on here, but you can also use a lacrosse ball, tennis ball. You're going to come under the clavicle, kind of sink down into the muscle, and make sure you're sitting up nice and tall, and you're going to take a deep breath in through the nose, out through the mouth, 3, 4 of them. And you're trying to really focus on expanding through your rib cage. You want the ribs to try and elevate and push up into the resistance of your hand with each breath. You'll do that 3, 4 times here, and then come to the other side, same thing. And that's to release subclavius on each side. Another one I want you to try, taking your fingers, hooking up under into the diaphragm a little bit. So it's going to be easier to access when you bend forward, right? You're going to be right under rib cage. Again, 3, 4 fingers, bend forward, right? Allow them to sink in about a knuckle or so deep, and resting right on your thighs. Big breath in. Again, that's something you want to do 3, 4 breaths, allowing everything to kind of relax and sink in. Even if it's tender, it's safe to do. What you do is come up, readjust, slide the hands down just a little bit, sink in a little bit deeper on the next one. Another 3, 4 breaths there, right? And then same thing, move down slightly, sink in as you fold forward. So if there's tenderness, you want to hang with that for a little bit to tolerance, but try to spend some time. All of the breath is in through the nose, out through the mouth. You're trying to get a lot of expansion across lateral rib cage, get the diaphragm working. Once you come up and sit up nice and tall, it should feel like you've got a little bit more expansion and mobility across here. Next area is the scalene muscles. So these are muscles of the neck, right? You've got a few across the neck. Now we're above the collarbone, and I think the best place to come onto is kind of sliding out towards the shoulder a little bit. Tends to be more tender in here. Sliding out, again, kind of hooking down a little bit to tolerance. Want your head and neck neutral, and we're going to do that breathing again. And the goal is rib cage expansion, rib cage elevation. Trying to meet the resistance of the fingers and work up into that a little bit. And again, it's going to be 3, 4 breaths each side. Right? Anything that's tender, you can back off your pressure a little bit, but it should dissipate over the course of those 3, 4 breaths. So scalenes here, right? Last but not least, we're gonna do the sternocleidomastoid, right? This is a big beefy neck muscle. So you're gonna turn your head, tilt forward, make this guy pop out, and you can reach across to grab it, or you can do it on the same side, doesn't matter, but you're doing a slight little twist in it, so it's like an S shape, right? Coming back to neutral, facing forward, same thing. Okay, and then we'll switch to the other side. Tilt forward, grab, little twist, deep breaths. 3, 4 times. and just see how everything feels overall through the head, the neck, hopefully some reduction of tension there, a little bit less headache if you have one, and let me know.